Hello out there. Welcome to the Heavy Montes Morning Show, November 7th, 2025. Today, America, we want to talk about Donald Trump, a maggot president. Some say a demon. Now, in America, we want to talk about the real power in the Republican Party. Donald Trump has no power. Donald Trump is a puppet. Donald Trump was a gangster, in my opinion, who got himself in a lot of legal trouble and needed protection. Okay, and the protection that he has is the Supreme Court, the Republican Senate, the Republican House. They're protecting him. These governors are protecting him in these red states because they're protecting themselves because they are taking all the money from the heavy Monte opinion and putting it in their damn pocket and not taking care of the people, especially black people in those red states. They don't even allow black people to have any representation. Take Louisiana, 50% of the people, voters in Louisiana are black, okay? And they never win. In Texas, most of the people are Democrats, and they never win because the Republican Party are lying, cheating bastards, huh? And they have a demon from hell as their leader, somebody who they can manipulate. Now, everything that Donald Trump is doing is approved by the Senate. Those motherfuckers are working together. The Supreme Court, the House, the Republican House, and the Senate, and these governors and all these people, Republicans in these dang on red states and Republicans around you, they hate the freaking government. Okay? But they're so dumb, they didn't know what the government was. And now they're saying, oh God, we need our government. We need it back. We need our government back, but we do not need the Republican Party back. No sitting U.S. Senator, okay, who is a Republican, or sitting Republican anywhere in elected office should be reelected. They are the Nazi Party. Now, I want to say something about these red states in the South. Those statues of Robert E. Lee and Stone Mountain, Georgia, and all of that stuff is to tell you you're white when you're not. Huh? You're a slave. You know what I'm saying? You're a light skinned slave down there. Everything is controlled by your church, the maggot church. Everything is controlled by these Republicans who are telling you that bullshit. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Charlie Kirk told you. He said that black people have a holiday and we don't have a holiday. Why they give these black people all these rights after they got workers to the field like fucking dogs? Huh? You see what I'm trying to say? It is not, you know, it is the Republican Party that is the enemy of America, the enemy of blacks, the enemy of gay people, the enemy of transgender. These MAGA Supreme Court just came out today and said Donald Trump can discriminate against a transgender person. Okay, JD Vance, your ass is in trouble. You see what I'm trying to tell you? You know, because all they do, America, the Republican Party do, is pick somebody, a group of people, and say that they're their problem. No, the Republican Party is the fucking problem, and we need to get rid of them motherfuckers. You understand? You know what I'm saying? For all the people who voted for him, they did it to your ass. And now today, the courts is telling him he has to pay SNAP. Now I'm gonna talk a little bit about this, America, for all you dumbass, ignorant, brainwashed by Fox News voters out there. I'm gonna tell you this shit, okay? The Republican Party is the party of billionaires. They don't give a fuck about you. You understand? They tell you you're white. Tell you that somehow some poor people are taking, advantage of you. You're going against the Bible. You're going against the Constitution for an orange dog and a Republican Party in a House and Senate that don't have your interests at heart and ever, never, ever vote for a fucking Republican. Not America. You know, the Democratic Party got to get nasty with these dogs. And all you have to do is tell the freaking truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start off with the truth right now. I'm going to say something to you, to all you dumb fuckers out there who listen to Fox. Okay? Fox News run your freaking country right now. They're in charge. These idiots, you know what I'm saying? Gutfield, Laura They say her father was a Nazi. Her brother said she's a fucking Nazi too. He said, or words to that fucking effect. Said she's a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? I used to listen to Laura Ingraham on the radio. Laura Ingraham on the radio wasn't shit. You understand? Until she went to Fox News. Anybody who believes the shit that that bitch is saying is a goddamn fool. Okay? All right. Now, I'm going to say something else to you. Okay? And we need to call them what the fuck they are. We don't need to sit back and tell everybody that the Republican Party is equal to the Democratic Party. The Republican Party shouldn't even have a fucking seat at the table. And they don't, because they can't come. Because they're full of shit. They took away your shit, and now they're telling everybody that the Democratic Party need to give it back to you. No, they need to give you back your shit, your food stamps, your snaps, your health care. They took the shit away. And the bastard, Lisa McClain, with your lying ass, and those six in Michigan, we voting every last one of them motherfuckers out. Huh? They ain't worth a shit. They're in hiding right now. You know, can't even hold a dang on, can't even face the people and say, we fucked you. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it to you, the House and the Senate. Donald Trump will be gone. He's sick. He's walking around. You know what the fuck he at? It's a shame to take a sick man, okay, and exploit him. But they're exploiting Donald Trump as being a sick man because the last card that Donald Trump is going to play is I'm sick. I don't know where I'm at. How can y'all try me? Send the motherfucker to a prison for the criminally fucking insane. You understand? We can't let that motherfucker walk around here spreading that shit. He needs to be locked the fuck up. Right along with the Republican Party. You know what I'm saying? And the way to get to them is to vote the motherfuckers out. What in the hell can they say to you, America? You took away the American people's stuff, and then you coming back hiding and lying on the Democratic Party. And the Democratic Party got something for your ass this time. Because we got a him and Chuck Schumer. They know what the fuck they're doing. And all you ignorant Democratic podcasters who's out there talking that shit about the Democratic Party, shut the fuck up. You understand? So we're not in charge. Huh? The American people didn't vote for us. They voted for the Republican Party. So all the shit that's happening now, they are responsible. This is their government. You understand? And if I hear any Democratic podcaster say a damn bad thing about the Democratic Party, I'm gonna call your ass out. I'm gonna call you out. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? How, if you're in a party that got to fight with lies all the time, you're at a disadvantage. Because the people who are against you believe those fucking lies. You see what I'm trying to say? So we don't need the Democratic Party around here talking shit about people. You understand? I'm holding my tongue right now. There's one podcast out there, too, that will talk shit about the Democratic Party, and they're Democrats. Shut the fuck up. You better talking about the Republicans. I'm going to call your ass out. And you go over there and sit on the other side of the aisle. We don't need your air. We don't need no traitors. We don't need no middle of the road people. We need Democrats. You understand? You're moderate, get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You've been bothering and kissing up their ass and trying to get them to work with you, and they got us in this fucking condition. There's no place for no fucking moderate Democrat. You know what I'm trying to say? We'll listen to you, but we did it your way. We tried it your way, and it didn't work. Our country is on the verge of collapse and destruction, and the laughing stock of America. Now I'm gonna go back to Fox News for a minute. I made sure I wrote it down so I didn't make a mistake. Imagine having a government that now has over 30 people employed in this administration who used to work for a TV station that had to pay $787 million for lying to its viewers. You understand? So, if somebody is a liar and they told you lies and they continue telling you lies, you still support them? They support Donald Trump. That's the reason why I tell you they're a vicious cult. A cult. That's the reason I tell you that the Republican Party has no place in America. Now, I don't want to hear this shit out of you liberal podcasters. I don't want to hear this bullshit that we need two parties. We might need two parties, but one of them should never ever be a Nazi fucking party. That party should be dissolved and go the direction of the Whigs. You're gonna put them back in power again. You can't trust those motherfuckers. If you live in a foreign country, it is not the American government, okay, that's doing the problems to you and doing this shit to Canada. It is the fucking Republican Party. They played you. You understand? They played you, Canada. Huh? They played you, Ukraine. They ain't worth a shit. They won't even take care of their own fucking people. How the hell you think they're gonna take care of you? Huh? They don't take care of their own people. Huh? Got the people in the South. I'm ashamed. I want everybody to go Google America poorest cities and look at the shit that we're living in. Why a billionaire sits back and eat caviar and make all this fucking money, and then we have all these poor damn people starving, all you poor light white people who are the majority starving, and these billionaires won't even give you a piece of fucking bread. Huh? You know what I'm saying? Huh? You see them? You see the billionaires sending out food trucks and sending out food trying to feed your ass down in the South. You voted for them motherfuckers, huh? They're not trying to feed you. They're trying to take your all your money and kill your ass. Now look at it this way. Every month is going to break it down for you before I leave here. I'm gonna keep it short. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel too. I'll talk about that later on in a minute. I love subscribers. Okay. The Republican Party is the enemy of the state. Okay. They are evil, satanic cult. You don't vote for the motherfuckers. If they have an R in front of their name, you don't vote for them. And as a Democrat, you are out here telling the truth. You don't fuck with them. You don't try to shake their fucking hands. You know what I'm saying? You listen to what they say because they have nothing to say. What have they done for you lately? In the words of that great singer Marty Stewart, the Republican Party and this administration is going to hurt us for a long, long time. That's the reason why we need to vote out every Republican. Get rid of them, America. Don't vote for them. You know, I'm trying to tell you. You know, uh, I go driving and I like to drive the back roads. And there's one house on the street that I drive that used to have nothing but Trump signs. And this motherfucker got a Trump sign. One guy on that street, you know. And I went by there yesterday and somebody had smashed that fucking sign up. You see what I'm saying? I drove by, I saw it sitting on the road, smashed up. Because people hate Donald Trump. And the people that hate Donald Trump the most are his voters. You see what I'm saying? Because we're working here, you know, we're working Democrats. The narrative and who we are will never be described by the Republican Party again because the American people can see who we are. And we are fighters, you know. We have tried to do the best we can to work with a criminal Republican Party. And now they're saying that they want us to come and open up the government so they can take away something that they've already taken away from you. So they can put the blame on us. You see what I'm trying to tell you? Because that's what they do. It's a blame game. They don't know how to work. They know nothing about government. Josh Hawley don't know what the fuck he's doing. You get rid of some bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to tell you? Senator Kennedy, Louisiana, you know, if you were fair and you were a decent man and you weren't a fucking racist, huh? You would say, look, what you're doing to black people in Louisiana is wrong. Huh? I hope when you go to die and go to heaven that the man who decides what happened to your ass is black. I hope you say, get your ass down to hell, you piece of shit. And that's what you have in that Republican Party. Huh? All of those senators and those blue red states don't do a goddamn thing to help black people or poor people or gay people. They are Trump. Your fucking enemy. You understand? Telling you white and you're poor as hell. Telling you that the black people are taking shit from you and you're still poor as hell. You need to go hold those black people's hand and say, what the fuck is going on, black people? And we join together, everybody as Americans, and say, we're voting those fucking Republicans out. Huh? I don't know how the hell they show their face, and they don't show their face. They hide. They sent Donald Trump out there. You know what I'm trying to tell you. Yesterday, the commissary, Secretary Lutlick, was holding his fucking nose. They said that Donald Trump was farting. He was so goddamn stinky that he probably shit his pants. Right there, nobody knew. They called his stink ass out. Huh? This man is an embarrassment to America. And that's the reason why, you know, we can see him. Hey, Republicans, that's your representative. Huh? Who represent us? Gavin Newsom. You see what I'm saying? Kamala Harris, Hillary Clinton, people like that. Now, these motherfuckers, sorry son of a bitches in the Republican Party, impeached Kennedy, excuse me, our guy Clinton for getting a fucking blowjob. Huh? I watched them. Went on TV. Oh, we can't let the president get away with that. And this motherfucking president we got there says a goddamn pervert. He said he's a pervert, a fucking convict, and he put him up in front of the American people and said he's selling Bibles to those stupid motherfuckers. You understand? Telling them to betray Jesus Christ for his sorry ass that he's gonna die, of old age, and they're gonna be back here looking like goddamn fools and have to live, what they did. And they say, you reap what you sow. And everybody who voted for Donald Trump is a fucking murderer. That's right. They knew people were gonna die when they voted for that son of a bitch. They knew what he was gonna do with the to the doggone to my friends, the Hispanic friends, and black people, and poor people, and gay people. They knew all of this shit because they hate us. You see what I'm saying? But they don't expect us to hate them back. We're supposed to love them and follow the Christian philosophy. No, we don't fuck with you Republicans. You understand? I ain't begging for your goddamn vote because I'm the fucking majority. And I'm gonna tell you one goddamn thing. Don't be sending our money down to them stupid motherfuckers that voted against themselves. You know what I'm saying? We can build the blue states. Gavin Newsom sending $81 billion down to Alabama and that motherfucking Tommy Bill with his racist fucking ass. See, I'm telling you. Huh? You got the KKK running the South. You know what I'm trying to tell you? But the white people, so-called white people, don't know in the South that they're the slaves. Huh? You understand? You know? Because people who realize that the Republican Party are crooks and dogs, stay away from them. Like I was telling you people. You understand? The federal government hadn't did a goddamn thing for black people. You understand? Huh? We have no discrimination laws. You sue somebody for discrimination, you got a 1% chance of winning. You see? Huh? So a famous black man, okay, I'm gonna call his name, said something. And everybody out there who's black know who he is. Stop begging like people who are the Republican Party. If you're a minority, if you're gay, if you're a liberal, a white liberal, stop asking them to do what you can do for your goddamn self. You combine with your people, blacks, liberals, gay people, everybody, get out there like we've been doing and vote. And we let them know you're fucking racist. You understand what I'm trying to say? We let them know that they're pedophile protectors. Huh? We let them know who the fuck they are. Because they don't have nothing but lies on us. Because we don't run this shit. The Democratic Party isn't in charge of this shit. They are in charge of this shit no matter how many times they call Pelosi name. And I'm glad she's retired. You understand? And I'm going to say one thing to you. All you fucking conservatives out there who beat up on Nancy Pelosi, a woman, are a piece of shit. You understand? You give Donald Trump a pass and you treated that woman like a dog beating her husband with a fucking hammer. That's the treachery. And come on TV and Donald Trump says, hey, her husband got his ass kicked because they're superior. See? That's what they said about Nancy Pelosi's husband. They called Akeem a Christian, a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? And if he was a Muslim, it doesn't matter. Muslims are great people. You know what I'm trying to tell you? Muslim Americans, they're great people. You know what I'm saying? Just like anybody else, you got some problems there, but most of them I know I ain't met no bad ones. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I spoke at a university, I gave a big speech on race relations, and the Muslims were there, and she gave a good speech about how much she loved America. You know what I'm trying to tell you? You know? But we have a Republican Party that's out there threatening people. Now, I say this everybody who voted for Donald Trump is a murderer. And the Bible says that if you hurt and kill somebody, you will become a fugitive and a vagabond. And that's what you are in the red states right now. A vagabond with no food. You got no food now, huh? And you're dying because you don't have any health care. You're a fugitive and you're a fucking vagabond because you followed evil. This is Heavy Monte for the Heavy Monte Morning Show. Say never ever vote for a Republican. Huh? Never vote for a Republican because they're the most evilest piece of low down shit in the world. Now we're gonna go back to the subscribers. Heavy Monte got some subscribers going on. I really appreciate everybody subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you have a Facebook group, which Heavy Monte is a member, every single body person in that group need to subscribe. You understand? Every single follower that I have on Blue Sky need to subscribe. Huh? My messages are effective because I tell the truth, in my opinion. You see what I'm telling you? Okay? So please subscribe to the Heavy Monte YouTube channel. We've been in business for a little while. We have met our goal of 500 subscribers. We're heading down for 1,000. Right now we have 604 America. You understand? So keep on subscribing and get the word and support me. You know, you're afraid? Get behind me. I will be your voice. And tell me in the chat what subjects you want me to cover. And I will do that. Okay? Tell me how we can make this country better and make the Democratic Party better. Tell me if you think the Republican Party are notorious liars and let me know if you agree that we will never, ever vote for a Republican. This is Heavy Monte for the Heavy Monte Podcast, the Heavy Monte Comedy Show, saying never, ever vote for a Republican. And remember, you're in a group, Facebook group, you want to get your message out? Huh? Subscribe to the Heavy Monte YouTube channel.